Today I'm going to be talking about one of the world's most unique creatures, the mimic octopus. The mimic octopus belongs to phylum Mollusca, underclass cephalopod, which consists of creatures such as octopus, squid, cuttlefish, and mollusks. As we all know, an octopus can change the color and texture of its skin to quickly hide amongst rocks and coral from their predators, but only one has the ability to impersonate another animal. The octopus alters its shape to imitate a flatfish by flattening and changing the color of its body to match the sand. It hugs the sandy bottom while it swims just like a flatfish would. Although mimicry is a common survival strategy, but the mimic octopus is the first known organism to take on the characteristics of multiple animals. Most octopuses are vulnerable in open water and usually cling to the ocean floors for protection when traveling, but the mimic octopus uses a bold tactic. The octopus alters both shape and behavior to impersonate a fish that swims well above the ocean floor, a lionfish, by spreading out its tentacles and slowly swimming through the water. A lionfish fins are tipped with venom, so predators usually avoid contact with them. By this deceit, the octopus shares the same protection as the lionfish. Another poisonous creature the octopus mimics is a sea snake. These snakes are amongst one of the deadliest snakes in the world. By the octopus only showing 2 of its 8 tentacles, the octopus appears as a sea snake to ward off predators. The octopus is also known to mimic giant crabs, seashells, stingrays, jellyfish, and weird beings that have no name and maybe no earthly existence. Scientists are not sure what to call this mimic. Some call it a furry turkey with human legs. To find out more about how this octopus developed its abilities over time, researchers put together a study to analyze DNA sequences of the mimic octopus and more than 35 of its relatives. Then they compared their physical and behavioral traits. By this study, the scientists could determine which traits evolved first and which developed later. Results showed the ancestors of the mimic octopus first evolved the use of striking display of dark and light bands, employed to surprise predators if camouflage failed, potentially buying them time to escape. Next, they figured out how to flatten their arms and head and swim like a flatfish, and also developed long arms that make this motion possible. Finally, the mimic octopus began displaying bold color patterns while impersonating a flatfish, both at rest and away from its den. These unique traits has allowed the mimic octopus to survive and reproduce more successfully than some of its ancestors, and eventually will evolve into its own legion. The mimic octopus just reminds us that evolution does not have an endgame, but is an ongoing process.